What's up, everybody? It's your boy Smokenapes here, aka Big Nard, and we are back with another review. Today we are talking about Kirby and the Forgotten Land out on the Nintendo Switch. So first things first, as always, I always want to talk about just my personal history with these games. So Kirby, funny. Um, I have not played many of them. I think the last Kirby game I played that I was kind of invested in, it was on the Game Boy Advance, specifically the Game Boy SP. I remember. I don't remember what it was called, but that was probably the most fun I've had with Kirby. Now that's not saying I dislike Kirby or anything like that, because that's not the case. But I just never really found myself going out of my way to play the games. There were always, I don't know, they just looked too easy for me, and like they always fell in the swarm with other games, and I always kind of forgot about them. So now I want to dig into the plot a little bit. So, one day on the planet Popstar, a dark vortex appears over Dreamland, sucking up everything in its path into a post-apocalyptic civilization called the New World. Kirby is among those sucked into the vortex and also finds himself in the New World. He discovers that the Waddle Dees from Dreamland are being kidnapped by the native animal-like beast pack, and eventually Kirby finds the destroyed Waddle Dee town. A chinchilla-like creature called Elfilin is cornered by the Beast Pack and is saved by Kirby. Then Elfilin explains to Kirby that he and the Waddle Dees attempted to fight back, but were overwhelmed and that he must save them. Kirby offers to help Elfilin, and the two set off to rescue the Waddle Dees. So, that is the plot going into the game. So with that being said, I did collect all the Waddle Dees, but I did not collect all the trophies and such. And I'm still not completed the game. I think I'm around like the 20-hour mark. So you take that with what you will, you know what I'm saying? But overall, the game is still very, very fun. So the gameplay, there's a lot to do outside of, the standard story missions. I honestly didn't get to everything, but there's fishing. You can like cater food to Waddle Dees. The more Waddle Dees you collect, the bigger the Waddle Dee town to get, and the more mini games you unlock. So that's really cool. That's like, that motivated me to at least collect all the Waddle Dees in the levels. I actually did that, and I'm going to brag about that a little bit. All the Waddle Dees I collected, I believe there's 300, and I will give my son props. He did help me. Thank you, Jace. I appreciate you. But yes, and also there's a Coliseum where you can do like a boss rush mode. There is a hidden boss there. I won't spoil it, but it's kind of dope. I liked it. I enjoyed it. So Kirby and the Forgotten Land, this game is very pretty on the eyes. I can definitely say, for it being one of my first Kirby games in a long time, the game is absolutely stunning. Of course the game runs at 30 frames cap because it is on Nintendo Switch. You do not see a lot of lag or anything on handheld next to it being docked, so you don't have to worry about that for those that do play handheld. I think it's only really noticeable, like the frames drop when enemies are very far away, but that does not distract from the gameplay or like cause any like separation from the gameplay or anything like that. So the game is definitely good to look at. Each level, from the snow levels to the desert levels to the lava levels, each zone is just stunning in its own right. So definitely 10 out of 10. So Kirby offers two gameplay modes, Wild Mode and Breeze Mode. The game is not challenging in either mode. I think the Breeze Mode, you lose less coins when you die, but you ultimately don't get punished overall. I played on Wild Mode because your boy likes to live on the edge. My 5-year-old son actually plays the game a whole lot, probably more than me, and he picks up on it easily. It's easy for him to understand. He can just jump right into it and play. He didn't ask me a lot of questions of like, how do you do this and how do you do that? So I definitely think it's a solid game for the younger crowd. So overall, cop or drop? Biggest question of the day. Um, Ultimately, I would say Kirby is a cop if you're like, a huge Kirby fan. You've been like anticipating this game for a long time. You just got to get your hands on it. But honestly, if you're a casual fan, like me, I consider myself a casual fan. You could probably wait for a sale. Wait for this to get a little cheaper. I'm not saying pass the game up. That's not what I'm saying. If you got the time or the money, grab it. It's definitely a solid Kirby game. However, if there's a sale, I mean, if you want to wait and you ain't got the funds for it right now, I definitely say wait for that sale. You'd be happy with that. But yeah, that's my impressions of Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. Solid game, had fun, good content, very cute, pulled on the heartstrings just a little bit. But yeah, good game. Definitely go grab that if you can. But if you're a casual, wait for that sale.